Oops. Hello. Please come in, please come in. We have little time. Welcome to this session. So the idea today is to help you multiply your reach and most importantly, your engagement KPIs when you go digital with the HCPs. So I'm Daniela Clape. I'm the founder and CEO of Xpeer Medical Education, the Netflix for physicians. And it took me more than 5 years actually to really unlock the secrets on how to engage to captivate the attention of HCP online. And the idea is that in the next 20 minutes, hopefully, I share with you some tips and tricks so you can do it yourself or ask us and we help you. So the learning objective for this session, which is very short, of course. First, we will destroy some myths about digital engagement. Then we'll deep dive into what the HCP really wants, okay? And of course, I will show you the data. We are talking always about the data. And most importantly, we'll dedicate the last portion about having a practical checklist in order for you to start really improving these KPIs from next week. Okay, so first of all, I know one of the myths is that HCP do prefer face-to-face interaction. It's not that they prefer face-to-face, it's that they prefer omnichannel. 67% of them, they prefer having, yes, face-to-face, but also digital. So what we see on the other end is that only 8% of them are effectively reached by omnichannel MSL strategy. So we have a channel problem. And then, according to the digital content they receive, we see that for them, it's very important that digital offerings, of course, from the pharma and other stakeholders in the industry, but that 55% of them are not satisfied with these digital offerings. So we have a content problem. And if we see also regarding reach, we see that either being reached by email visits or remote visits, we still have not the reach we want because at least 1 in 2 HCPs have 0 MSL coverage, right? So I will ask you, because I want you to be engaged with me and I didn't ask any questions, so think about your target audience, the project you're doing right now. How would you rate your reach in percentage? Someone? Help me here.
Around 25%.
25, right? Good. Someone else want to share? No. No? Okay. We'll see, we'll see. It's a touchy one, I know. In one-to-one, we share more. But how would you rate now your engagement from 0 to 10? 9. 9? Who said 9?
Yeah.
Come on stage. Share with us. That's good. I want to talk with you. So, that's what we see with all the meetings we have. So based on our more than 500 meetings with stakeholders in the industry, so the average response regarding the reach is 5 or 30%, so 25 was quite a good answer. That still means that we need to reach a lot more because what are we doing with the rest of people we are not reaching? So even when we are talking about launch, we are close to 0 because we don't know the target yet. So of course, reach is very important, but more importantly, and this is really why we made that session, is how to get an engagement, not only reach, you know, but having an interaction and start to make a difference with the audience. And the average response there is that there is not even measuring right now, no? So how can we have an incremental reach more people, but at the same time have a more meaningful engagement with them? So some basics, we all know many things, and I'm just stating some, of course, basic things, but micro-learning is one of the secrets, of course, when we see that the average attention span is 2 to 3 minutes, so we have really to have digital offerings that are micro-learning. Video is king, nobody is reading, we know that. Content repurposing, so everything that you do, have it in different formats, having in different channels, of course, to maximize this impact. Podcast is also very good and easy. If you have videos, transform it into podcast, because this way people who prefer listening, well, can do it. Personalization, we talked a lot in the previous session and today about it. Yes, we have lots of tools to personalize that message, so let's do it. Let's personalize the message online with the content itself, having different content for different audiences. Have a high-quality audiovisual. We still see these webinars that have no microphone working well. Yeah, but that's important. No, when you start listening to that webinar, what do? Off. I mean, I'm off. So it's basic things, but they work, okay? Of course, the omnichannel have that content everywhere and multiply it, and the data, analyzing this data regarding the impact and having more engagement thanks to these decisions, no? Thanks to the data. So regarding to the budget, so we saw an increase in the last years, of course, with COVID. The budget spending really went higher in the last 4 years, but the satisfaction of the HCP receiving these digital offerings is not improving. So this is not what we want to see. We double the spend, but we are not closing the gap with HCP. And all this digital spending, gave, let's say, a lot of digital offerings, digital channels, many websites. It triggered like a race, but to the bottom, you know, because in the end, if we put us in the role of the HCP, they receive lots of emails every day, and it's better to work on the quality, no, and have really good interactions with the HCP. And also talking about the different digital channels, so I know there are their own, you have your own portals, but it's important to have this, let's say, strategy with contents that are, websites that are already the traffic and have already the audience, no? So you can have it on your own, of course, portal, but you have also to use the most visited channels. And of course, with the new generation, things are even more grim because they're hungry to learn from their peers. They don't want that much to receive promotional or input from the industry. They're driven by science, and of course, they're digital natives. So now, let's see what we can do about it, and I will give you some 10 tips that worked for us at Xpeer in the last 5 years. First, of course, base this content that you're developing for digital channel with a proper need assessment, so having a proper learning objective, of course, with that piece of content, and measure the expected impact, no? But not a click-through rate or this kind of thing, but what do we want to achieve? If we want to communicate a content online, it's to provoke a change in the clinical practice, so we have many ways to, let's say, study that impact, no? So it's very important because sometimes, believe it or not, the briefing is, I want to increase my web traffic. This is not how it should be done. This is what do we want to provide to the HCP as a content strategy in order to have these visits. Of course, that will be a consequence, but that's not the objective. Of course, have the best experts in the field, but also good online communicators, because it's not the same thing for some speakers to have a room of people and being able to engage with them, that to have a camera and to really communicate that message, no? No lengthy text or PowerPoints. The message should be clear, smart visuals, only a key concept, and of course, have everything on demand. It's when the HCP can watch or see that content, so have everything on demand, like the webinars, etc. Have several types of content from that webinar. You can extract maybe a teaser, you can have an interview of the speaker, you can have an infographics. There are many, let's say, contents that you can multiply with easy tools like AI we saw today. So reuse it, repurpose everything multiple times. Unbranded, we are talking to HCPs, they are not that much receptive to promotional. Of course, they know that that content is promoted or sponsored by the pharma company, so they do the link, but not necessary to put big logos there. Accreditation is one of the key drivers for engagement online, so if you have the possibility to get that content sufficiently with the criteria to be accredited, do it, because it will improve a lot the viewing of that content. And marketing is very important. And in fact, one of the biggest tips will be that if you have a budget for your content strategy online, dedicate 20% to the production and 80% to the marketing of that content. Longevity, also, that content. If you do a webinar, that's a shame if, of course, it doesn't have a life afterwards. So if you have that content on demand, repurposed, micro-learning videos extracted, and you have it for 1 year or more, of course, the KPIs will go up, no? So what can you expect? You can expect to multiply by 10 the engagement with your webinars using some or all the tips of the strategy. The same apply with the Congress Symposium, have it recorded and then disseminate it on the right channels, owned and third parties. If you do a course online, you should expect a lot of engagement, like 5,000 engagement. This is our average on Xpeer per course. And of course, if you have that website, let's say example I said before, you can expect if you link these kind of channels to your website to increase the traffic 20%. Regarding email marketing also, in our experience, you can improve the click-through rate 3 to 5%. So what we see on Xpeer is the summary of everything I told you today. The HCPs spend sessions of at least 20 minutes of undivided attention watching these videos. They spend hours long when we do a proper strategy for all the year. We have also video completion rate of more than 80%, and this is because in the end they find everything in one place. It's a one-stop for them, and they find their KOLs, their societies, and all the different pharma, not all, but many pharmas, and hopefully more, because you know of us. So Xpeer Formula is a summary of everything we saw today: video-first platform, multi-screen, but mobile first, that's very important, having it on the go, and a proper app, not just a web optimized for mobile. Accreditation, that's really the key driver for us. It works. Data-driven, we saw it tailored to the preferences, to the profession, to the language, to the geography, etc., and bite-sized content. So here is Xpeer. If you didn't know about it, I invite you to download it. In fact, I have also a bonus, like the session before. You can download this QR code. We have more trainings. In fact, we have a webinar coming up on Thursday with KOL videos, how to do them efficiently, for example, and many other trainings, and you will gain access to 1 month Xpeer Premium also, and so you can test it yourself. Thank you. Any questions? Comment, question? Yeah?
Fantastic course completion rate, 80%. Is it within like particular course or average?
No, it's the average of the platform. Yeah. Wow. In some programs, we can even have a 90+%. Yeah. But it's because of that. It's video, it's short, it's, you know, I mean, the sector, we talked about it a lot with the QS, the physician, of course, the industry, and yeah.
What is your scope, like specialties, countries? Because, I mean, there is other offerings.
Yes.
There are other vendors. So how are you different there, and what's your scope?
Yes, so we are a growing platform. So we have 50,000 users right now. We are growing 200 users per day, more or less. So last year we tripled our user. But again, it's not just reach, it's engagement for us that is the main driver. But when, for example, we have projects that we don't have the reach yet, we have the marketing strategy to go and find the right audience. No, we had that client that didn't know anyone in a specific market, like endocrinologists in Saudi Arabia, and we made them the database, and we made that engagement. In fact, is one of the most viewed channels on Xpeer.
So it's really customizable. So you don't.
We have our own strategy. We want to be strong in Europe and the Americas. So all the own marketing, let's say, we do on our own is based on that. But then in that example, so if you want to know a specific interest in Mexico, we go there and find the right audience.
Got it.
Is it in English?
Sorry.
Thank you for a great presentation. So what are the content topics that get the most engagement?
The most viewed channel on Xpeer, and I highly recommend it, is the microbiota channel. It's absolutely the most viewed trending topic right now. We have 6 courses on microbiota, and it's really viewed and viewed and viewed again. And we have new courses coming up every 3 to 4 months, so that's also a thing. So these are one of the, it's mainstream, because microbiota is like super trendy topic amongst many specialties, so that's why also it's the most viewed course, no? But then we have also example in rare disease, no? That is very specific, and it's actually the most viewed course on Xpeer, the top. So depends. More questions or comments? Ah, yeah, you had one.
Is it only available in English or some localizations are available?
Good question. So the app is in 12 languages, and you know AI, so AI is absolutely marvelous. So we use it a lot to make the cost of translation down and make it accessible to the wider audience. So subtitles, voiceover, and now lips, voice of the KOL, etc. So it's pure magic. So yes, you can have it in your own language. I don't know, where are you from?
From Ukraine.
Yes, we'll have the app in Ukrainian very soon.
Ah,
Yeah. Thank you. Well, thank you. Thank you very much.